Welcome to Ditzy's Diamond Den. So we are going to go through my year of 2023 and my exploration into diamond painting because I did start this year. So I do have this My Diamond Art storage book that I bought on Amazon. It was a little bit spendy. It made me sweat a little bit when I bought it, but I can fit this underneath my bed and it will fit a ton of diamond paintings in it. So I'm going to be putting all of my 2023 diamond paintings in this. So I was first introduced to diamond painting about 7 years ago when my mother bought me one for Christmas, but I did Legos and I had a whole bunch of different other crafts and I didn't know what it was. So I sat it down and then this year I picked it up and I'm like, well, let's go ahead and give it a try. And it was really cheap quality, 7 years old, but I loved it. So I'm like, okay, if I can finish this one, I am just going to dive deep. Well, dive deep I did. So I cannot find that first one I did. So I am going to go through, and I was very fortunate that I found Diamond Art Club, and I did my research, and I found out about licensing and all that other stuff. So here's a few that I did do before I found out about art theft. So before I decided I didn't want to be that person, here are a couple of the ones that I did do that are not licensed. I strongly advise you, if you know better, do better. So you can see the quality of these are not that amazing. This was the first one that Dear Helper did. Here was my first square. I hated the squares. They were terrible. I cried a little bit. Threw a fit. I was like, I hate squares. They're hard. Here's the Harry Potter that I did do for the Drills and Chills 2023, which was my first event. And so I keep all my little ones in here. The snack size Diamond Art Clubs will fit in this one. And this one is just an A2 portfolio that I picked up at my local Hobby Lobby. And then, of course, I found Diamond Art Club. And here is the very first Diamond Art Club that I did, the Mad Queen Alice. As soon as I opened her, I laid like 3 drills and I was like, okay, so this is going to be the company that I want to really go all in with. I do realize that a lot of other companies do make really quality canvases. My thing is that once again, my eyesight is not the best. I need my canvases and my symbols to be really crystal clear. I did make a lot of mistakes on her with the squares, but if you get a good look at her, you'll see even with all the mistakes that I can see, for all of you new people who are trying squares and you're like, I'm seeing cracks, they're very forgiving. You think they look really bad because you're up close. They're not as bad as you think they are. Give yourself a break. So I'm not going to do these in order. As you guys know, I did do the Jingle Drills also. And I did Christmas Bunny for my Jingle Drills event of 2023. If you have not done an event yet and you're wondering where to find those, so they are on Facebook and it's just called Diamond Painting Events. And there are a ton of them, from Hannah Lynn's to Richard Laurent's, all kinds of fun stuff. I did the Wildwood, which was a round. She was so fun to work on and she came out so beautifully. I just cannot get over the filigree on this particular one. So what is that? 1, 2, 3. Here is my Clockwork Dragleen, which is by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. And she's so gorgeous. I love this one. And this little dragon down at the bottom made me so happy. Oh, I got that one done. So that was 4. So this was my first FOMO moon catcher. This is the one where I was going through, I went through Diamond Art Club, Dreamers Designs, Craftability. I went through a whole bunch of them, and I was really looking, even though I had done my research, I was really looking for that first painting where it was like, oh, if I don't do that painting, I will regret it the rest of my life. And this was the very first painting out of all of the places I went to that I saw, and it spoke to me. So thank you, Diamond Art Club, for coming out with this particular painting, because she is mine and my husband's one of our very favorites.
Yes.
We have Ivy Delmore, which is now one of my very favorite artists. We got the Big Sis. And of course, I'm a gamer girl. And so everything about this was just like, oh my goodness. And I know that some people are still looking for her, and I believe they discontinued her. I'll have to double check that. I believe they did. So I am so sorry if you missed out on her, because she was a joy to do. And then, of course, the one that I just finished, Groovy Girl, which was my number 7, not including the little ones that I did before I was learned. You guys know, she just made me so incredibly happy and joyful. I absolutely loved everything about this one. I also have one that I have been working on. I am kind of wanting to check out the checkerboard method. So the one in my bedroom, I have been only doing the checkerboard method with. It was a de-stashed one by Jasmine Beckett Griffith, Valentine Masquerade. I will show you when I am done with her, but I kind of wanted to see what the difference is between doing, that's my bedroom, between doing a full-on checkerboard method, which, you know, a lot of us that's what we're told when we first start diamond painting, is about the checkerboard, versus my own kind of way that I just found works for me, to see if I can really tell a difference. So I will definitely let you know when I find a difference. Also, on my journey to diamond painting, I did want to point out a couple of the things that I found made my life a lot easier with the diamond painting. So, of course, the very first one was storage. I did not like working out of the plastic baggies. So the first thing I bought was one of these kits on Amazon. They do have the twist tops. Now, a lot of people like the twist tops because of the fact that these are not coming apart if you drop them. And of course they come in a little case with a little storage thing, and they're relatively inexpensive. My issue is with these is I have very, very weak hands, and I cannot get my lids on properly. So these things are gonna spill for me because I never get them very tight. So I did look into other alternatives. I looked into a whole bunch of different options. I did find out about the Elizabeth Wardens. Now, the Elizabeth Wardens, a lot of people don't like them because they say that they crack and fall down and pop open, and that they're hard to open. Well, with these, you don't want to just pull up. You do want to pull out and pull up, and they do just pop right up that way. And I find that these work the best for me. So this was definitely one of the better purchases that I made in my journey of starting my diamond painting. The second thing is, if you are having any kinds of issues with your pink wax, there are so many different options. You can use museum putty. You can go on to Etsy and buy putties from there. You can buy different kinds of waxes. The one thing to do is to know what really works for you. And I will show videos of this next coming year about the different things, because not all putties are made the same. Some are softer and some are harder. There are certain things that you do have to do to make sure that you are getting the best possible use for them. Some of them do need to be refrigerated when you're not actively using it. Waxes come from a very, very soft to a very, very, very hard. And the stickiness is also really, really different on each one. So some of the other things that we did get is if you use the washi tape method, Diamond Art Club comes with washi tape. That is great. They are also coming out with a new film that is going to, it's going to be perforated, and so it's actually going to have, I believe they're 4x4 or 5x5, and you can just rip those apart to take off the pieces as you go. If you like to be a little fancy and you like to have the cute stuff, I definitely suggest getting cover sheets. You'll see me put them on all of my canvases when I get up. And even with the perforated sheets, honestly, I'm probably still going to be using my release papers just because I really like the cuteness of them, and I love that I can't see through them. So I never quite know where I'm at on my painting. And so every time I take off a new release paper, it's like a little surprise, like, oh, I get to work on this part now. And I love that. This is amazing. This is really going to help you get those drills straight. I have a lot of people that talk about, well, all it does is move back. So the secret with these is when you're doing this, you actually want to kind of come in like this and then hold it steady and push up. And then you want to take your roller, and while you're holding it at this angled position, so straight in, put it at an angled position, and then with your fingers or a roller or something like that, hold it for, 5-10 seconds, roll across them, and that is going to help them stay in place better. And that is how you use this appropriately. I do suggest rolling your sections when you are done. This is a heavier roller than some of those red ones that always pop up on Amazon. So those ones are very lightweight and they break easier. This one is like $2 more. It is a lot heavier and made a lot more sturdy. You can also get a little one of these. So that way if you're working in small sections, you can do a little straight and a little roll. So that is a fantastic for as you go, especially if you're doing like large multi-place, like a 12 or a 15. This will, if something goes off, we'll do a quick little fix. If you have any type of hand issues, I strongly suggest you buy a new pen. They have from super thin to super thick to minis. They have ones that fit into the ball of your hand. So it's basically like a ball and you hold it, and then it has the thing on the outside, which is really good if you have like wrist issues. They also have actual ones that you can find on Etsy that are made specifically for arthritis. So if you're like, well, I love the diamond painting, but it's really hurting my hand, look at different pens. Also, and I mentioned this before, so when I first bought this one, it was so fat. And when I first got it, I was like, oh my goodness, I think I just wasted a lot of money because I don't like the way this feels. But it was a lot of money. So I kept pushing through, and then I tried to go back to my littler ones, and it turns out the fatter they are, they actually feel the better for my hand. It was just acclimating to the different feel of it. And then of course, some people, if you find that you are unhappy with the trays that are coming, lots of different options. You can buy a pack of them on Amazon that are really, really large. Those are the ones that you'll see me use in my kit ups, that are fairly inexpensive considering you get a pack of them. You can also, if you just want something cutesy, you can go on Etsy. You guys have seen me do some of those. They have itty bitty tiny boats like what you get in your kits, up to like huge ones that can fit 10 bags of drills. So whatever fits yours the best. These are some of the accessories that I have bought. That I've bought a lot more types of accessories, but these are the ones that I actively use on a daily basis. Cannot live without them. So that is 2023 in review. I can't wait to see what we have got coming up in 2024. I can tell you, that I did buy the Christmas Eve mystery box. I was really on the fence about that because I don't generally like surprises. But of course, their helper was over there yelling, "Buy it! Buy it!" He's
Just
like,
do
"Come on,
it."
just do it." Yeah, so I was peer pressured into buying it, and we'll see what we get. I also wanted to let you guys know that we are already very, very close to our next $25 gift card giveaway. I know we just did one last week, but we are already almost on the third one, so stay tuned for that. And we both appreciate, you watching our videos so much, and we look forward to having another year with you. So that is our 2023 in review. We cannot wait to see what 2024 has in store for us. We have a lot of surprise planned throughout the year. Thanks. Bye.